Hi guys, welcome! In this video, we'll take a look at all the changes happening in the Episode 5 expansion update of Ragnarok Mobile. Do take note that there will be a scheduled server maintenance for the C server tonight, July 23, starting 9 PM GMT plus 7, which will end tomorrow, July 24 at 1 PM GMT plus 7. So while waiting for the patch to arrive, we'll dive into all the new features we're expecting and give a rundown of all the new things we can do this Episode 5. Alright, without further ado, let's begin. First, we can explore a new major city that will become available. This is the Town of the Dead, Niflheim. We've explored the Niflheim map in our previous video along with the new monsters and MVPs that spawn in the fields. If you haven't seen that yet, I have a video linked down below. In addition, new craftable equipment can be obtained from Niflheim after completing the level 105 Minstrel quest. This includes the elegant uniform, which is recommended for the severe rainstorm build of minstrels and wanderers. Second, we can now choose among new job classes that will become available. Namely, we have the Sage for Mages, Bard for male archers, and Dancer for female archers. We've talked about the unique characteristics and skills of these job classes in our previous videos. If you're interested in becoming a Sage, Bard, or Dancer, I'll have my guides linked down below. Next, we can now level up further as the maximum base level will be increased to level 120 from level 110. In addition, those who are already job level 40 in their third jobs now have the option to break through. This means that the job level cap is now level 60. The requirement for being a mentor is also changed to level 90 from level 80. Next, in relation to job breakthrough, we will no longer need peak shards to extend our job levels. We can now do this by partaking in hunting and killing new MVPs, the Revenant boss and World boss, which drop the Breath of Death item. This is the new item needed for job breakthrough. The Revenant boss can be summoned after killing a normal boss. For example, after killing Strauf, a Revenant Strauf may spawn 15 minutes after killing the normal Strauf. They are far stronger than the normal MVPs, but they also drop better loots. The Revenant boss is not only found in the field but are also found in ET101 and VR100. Meanwhile, the World boss is found in Niflheim field, but they only spawn on a certain channel randomly. There are 3 types of world bosses: Angeling, the Tartarus, and Rangris. They spawn every even number of hours and channel switch penalty does not apply. That means you can still get the Breath of Death item randomly even if your attacks miss. You just need to be nearby when the MVP has been killed. Next, we can interact with a lot of other players since all the major towns and different channels will now share the same channel. Of course, there is a lag possibility, but I hope that will not be the case. The advantage of having a merged town channel is that it will be easier to coordinate where to find the world MVP. Next, we can now enjoy a new party system where players can now do party requests between different channels. In addition, it was not mentioned in the patch notes, but in the China server, the 6-man party was released before Episode 5, so hopefully we'll also get this feature soon. Next, we can craft new cards at the King Pouring in Southgate. We've talked about these cards in my previous video. If you haven't watched that yet, I'll have the video linked down below. Next, we can take care of new pets. We'll have 25 new pets which can be obtained by either catching or by using the new pet fusion system. In addition, the new pets will have random pet headgears and decorations after hatching. If you want to know more about these pets, I have my Episode 5 Pets Guide linked down below. Next, we can now favorite items in our bag. We'll have the new favorite item feature in the back panel where you'll be able to heart most important things in your inventory. Next, we can tier up our equipment. Some existing equipment will now have additional tier upgrades. This is the reason why we're seeing an increase in the price of the Meteorite armor and the Ancient Cape recently. Next, we can now reset our Guild Prayer. We'll have the Guild Prayer reset feature where you'll be able to reset your attack, death, and element praying cards for 60 BCC for each type of card. So if you reset all, you will need a total of 180 BCC. Up next, we can further upgrade our guild facilities. Certain guild facilities will have higher max levels such as the Black Cat Cafe and the vending machine. Upgrading the vending machine to level 13 and 15 will allow guild members to purchase a castle card and guardian card respectively. Getting the castle card reduces damage received from players by 3%, while the guardian card increases damage to players by 3%. Next, we can now farm cooking materials from monsters. The item Chef's Eagle Eye is no longer required when farming cooking materials. It will now be a regular monster drop, So if you have been hoarding this item, it will become useless after episode 5. Next, we can now hire new assistants. We'll have a new assistant system and panel remake wherein there will be additional butler options you can hire. You can also get an option to choose which rewards to buy using the new assistant. Next, we can enjoy the optimizations of the following: Big Cat Credit Card, Buffs Panel, Acer Monument Panel, Auto Skill Panel, and Adventure Handbook Panel. Next, we can check out the new Prontera and Prontera Southgate. These maps have also been optimized. New contents and multiple interaction features have also been added. In addition, the location of the Big Cat UFO every Saturday is now moved to Prontera Westgate. Next, we can check out the new weather system which affects the animation of monsters. For instance, Golem appears overheated when the weather is too hot and Bigfoot sleep when snowing. Next, we can try other difficulty needed for Oracle Dungeon, which is tougher to complete than the current hard mode. Next, we can now enjoy the high frame rate setting. Next, Alchemists now have an additional homunculus, Eleanor. This homunculus is a level 90 or S evolution of Cat. She is capable of dealing massive physical damage, can inflict bleeding status to an area, and reduces a target's flee to 0. And lastly, a whole lot of balance adjustments for multiple skills are implemented, so expect longer battles when doing PvP and GVG. Some of the new episode 6 features will not yet be available, such as the 6 vs 6 and Monster Laboratory. Alright, so far we've gone through the upcoming episode 5 features. Note that this information is based on the official patch note release. Notably, it does not mention features like the weapon synthesis and other late episode 4 features like the Junior Rift and Star Mobs. So I guess we have to wait and see if those will also be implemented. Alright, that's it for this video guys. Don't forget to like if you enjoyed watching this guide. If you're new here, I would love for you to consider subscribing by hitting the subscribe button down below. I would love to have you back. Thank you for watching and see you in our next episode.